I'll just sum up everything we discussed yesterday quickly. Then we'll move ahead. King Janak asked a few questions from ASHTAVAKRA. These were, how do I gain self-knowledge? What is the solution to that? How will I attain liberation? There is a hint of honesty in these questions. How will I attain liberation? Meaning, he can understand that his mind is restless. There is fear within him. There are problems which he is facing, and he doesn't have answers to them. Then, how is abstinence attained? It is important to understand abstinence correctly, because Ashtavakraji's answer to this was, if you want salvation, then leave the sense objects as if they are poison. But what did people do? They left their occupation, left their people, left everything. But what is being talked about here is something from within, at the level of mind, and not something from outside. So what should be done? Whatever you do, connect it to self-knowledge. All the ancient scriptures, like the Vedas and the Upanishads, are talking only about the self. So, if you are connecting everything to the self, then you are on the right track. So leave all the sense objects at the level of your understanding and start doing everything in moderation and embrace forgiveness, simplicity, kindness, contentment and truth like an elixir. Now the problem is, when we listen, read or try to understand something, we take it literally. We think that since this is how it's written in the book, so I must do it the exact same way. This is a trait of foolish people. For example, forgiveness means to forgive. But whom to forgive? If a person commits a crime, will you forgive them? If you forgive one person like this, then everyone will become criminals. The entire society will turn into criminals. So where to act and where not to is to be understood correctly. Where do we need to forgive? From within. Externally, we need to punish him. We do the exact opposite of this. To project ourselves as a good person, although we think negatively about the other person from within, but from outside, we're smiling. From within, we're envious of the other. But from outside, we project ourselves to be their well-wisher. So, forgiveness actually means to be entirely free from hatred. No hard feelings for anyone. No discontent with anyone. Whatever his nature is, he is doing. Whatever my nature is, I'm doing. Whatever he does, which can be dangerous for everyone, or can turn into a greater problem going ahead, then I'll have to take action. So, I have to be very strong from outside, but from within, I have to be like wax, completely melted. No grudges of any kind. Just think about it. What will you get by holding grudges in your heart? So, it's for your own benefit, because if you don't forgive, you'll keep thinking about others, and you'll never be able to think about yourself. If you don't forgive, how will you listen? I'm saying, but how will you listen? How will you read what is written? How will it go within you? You're always thinking about your enemy. Once you let it go, only then can you think about yourself. Many unfortunate things have happened to everyone. Leave that. There's nothing fruitful in that. Be simple and straightforward. Never complicate things in your mind. See things as they are. We create a lot of complications within our mind and get stuck in it. Although we get angry, but we say that I'm not angry. Anger isn't my nature. I'm very spiritual. Anger shouldn't come near me. What are you doing? You're complicating things. You're angry. It's fine. Just accept it. But how can he be angry? Why? Is he different from others? Is his body different from others? If you put a hot burning iron rod on his hand, will he not burn? If he falls from the sky, won't he come down? If something happens in front of him which he doesn't like, won't he be angry? Of course he'll be. So, when you look at this perspective, everything gets simplified, and you're not unnecessarily complicating things. Anger is there. This isn't only a trait in humans, it's in animals too. If you attack an animal's baby, it'll be angry. Their heartbeat will increase. They will retaliate and attack you too, which is but natural. What is wrong with that? So this is what making things simple is. There is no complication in this. Anger is also my part. Whatever weaknesses are there in my body or mind, they're my part. If they're there, it's okay. So you're now simple. Otherwise, you're always struggling. There is violence within me, but it shouldn't be there. Keep struggling. More violence will be created within you because of this idea of non-violence. So rather than struggling or fighting with violence, just look at the root cause of the violence, and it will disappear on its own accord. Be simple and straightforward. Don't pretend. Forgiveness, simplicity, kindness. What is kindness? If required, you're hitting someone from outside, but from within, your heart is full of compassion. So even if violence is happening outside, you're kind within. You're looking at yourself in the other person. It's like putting yourself in the shoes of another. This is what kindness is. Now comes contentment. It is the greatest wealth on the path to self-realization. If you're satisfied with what is, you are at ease. You are peaceful. The biggest problem with this world is, what is not wanted by anyone. Everyone is running behind what is not. What is less. So whatever is, however it is, good or bad in this world, you're completely satisfied internally. Externally, you're trying to find solutions to various problems, but internally, you have understood that a problem can never be completely solved, because the solution is part of the problem. Solution is not different from the problem. All solutions are based upon knowledge and understanding. And knowledge and understanding by its very nature is limited. It's perceived from a particular standpoint. Not by taking the whole into account. It may appear to be right from a particular standpoint, but completely wrong from the other. So, internally, you're contented with everyone and everything. Whatever is happening doesn't matter. It's a part of life. Whether it's right or wrong, it's still part of life. Embrace contentment and truth as an elixir. Now, what is truth? What we feel or think is the truth? Or what actually is the truth? There is a huge difference between these two. I think or feel that this is the truth. But what is the truth? So, whatever is being thought or felt, that's all a standpoint. What is the truth. I feel that I'm a good person. But what's the truth? According to the definition of good and bad, I have a few good traits and many bad traits too. So what's the truth? That I'm good as well as bad. This is the truth. What I feel is that I'm a very good person. The entire world says that I'm a good person. You're living a lie. What truth is has to be seen as it is. That is the truth. Whatever is has to be seen without any bias. Now, ASHTAVAKRA ji is telling Janak ji, what are you? Why is he telling that? Because he thinks of himself as someone else. That's why it's necessary to tell. Why is Janakji asking? Because he isn't sure about who he is. So, what he thinks of himself, ASHTAVAKRA denies each of that one by one. You're neither this nor that. Neither are you earth, nor water, nor fire, nor wind, and neither space. For liberation, look at yourself as the conscious essence or the conscious witness of all of these. You are neither earth. Is our body not made from earth? So what does this imply? You're not body, not water. This body is made of water. Again, you're not body, because the final identification comes back to the body. This is bondage. We are calling ourselves a body. This is the problem. If we call ourselves nature, then there's no problem. Then whatever is part of nature, it is me. Why not call ourselves nature? We call ourselves this body. So what is he telling one by one? You are neither earth, water, fire, wind, or space. Everything is ruled out. What's left? Nothing. What is outside this? If there's any object, it has to be in space. He has ruled out the space itself. For liberation, look at yourself as the conscious essence or the conscious witness. What do we mean by conscious essence? Conscious essence means the intrinsic nature of the self. Basically, there are two different standpoints to look at the self. One is Adhyarop Drishti, or the superimposed standpoint, and the other is Swarup Drishti, or the essence standpoint. One is what we're thinking about something, and the other is what it actually is. For example, there is a clay piggy bank. We call it a piggy bank. But where is the actual piggy bank? Touch it. The moment you touch it, you'll find clay instead of a piggy bank. So actually, it is clay, but we are calling it a piggy bank. Calling it a piggy bank is not a problem, but understanding it as a piggy bank is a problem. Just for namesake or for transaction purpose, we're calling it a piggy bank. What's the problem? The form of clay is called piggy bank, but the essence is clay. Similarly, conscious essence means the essence of earth, water, fire, wind, and space. The essence of everything. So the essence of everything is you, the conscious witness. You may call that as consciousness, awareness, or life. Consciousness isn't only in the living beings. It's within everything. It's the very essence of earth, water, fire, wind, and space too. There's nothing in this creation within which there is no life. If you look at it in the most subtle way, that is consciousness. That is life. There is life in everything. In some places, life manifests because of certain conditions, and in others, it doesn't. Where it happens, we call them living. Where it doesn't, we call them non-living. So look at the self as the ever-present witness of everything. What does witness mean? Witnessing doesn't merely mean observation. Witness is the one who is just there. He doesn't do anything. He's just there. Like whatever is happening in this room. Who is the witness here? The space. Room is created, destroyed. Chairs are present, gone. We broke the chair, repaired it. whatever it is. How is space affected by all this? So what is space? A witness. Space has been here before the building was built. It's still there, and it will always be there. So, what is space in this context? A witness. You opened your eyes, you could see space. You closed your eyes, you couldn't see space anymore. I know all of this. So what doesn't vanish, either when space is visible or when space is not visible, that is witness. In other words, the one who doesn't stop seeing. That is the conscious witness. Space is visible. The witness knows. On closing the eyes, space isn't visible. The witness knows. He was in a dream. He's seeing. There's no dream. He's seeing. He's in deep sleep. He's seeing. Nothing is being viewed in deep sleep. Then nothing is being recorded. There are no memories. But when he came out of deep sleep, he's still seeing. He also knows that he's seeing something now. He also knows that he saw a dream. He also knows that there was a time in between when nothing was visible. So, he, on whom there's no effect of things happening or not happening, he is the ever-present conscious witness, the one who is completely detached. Consciousness is always untouched. So who is affected by happiness and sorrow? The mind, not conscious witness, not life, because it doesn't matter to life if it is within a seed or in a sprout, or if someone ate that sprout and now it is within a body. Now when the sprout leaves the body, it again dissolves with the soil, and now it is in the earth. Life isn't affected. Today, this creation is there. It won't be there tomorrow. Today, this plant is here. Tomorrow it won't be. All of this will be gone, destroyed. But the material out of which it is made, it can't be destroyed. Because if that got destroyed, then there wouldn't be anything. If there wouldn't be any material of this creation, then there wouldn't be this creation. How can something come out of nothing? It's impossible. There has to be something. So things get created and destroyed at a superficial level. But the material doesn't get destroyed. Now, if this material is separate from me, how does it affect me? What will I do with all this knowledge in the ASHTAVAKRA Gita? It's all pointless and worthless. But if that material is me, not God, not someone else, me, that changes everything. When we understand this, what happens? Then the limitation of mind breaks up. Right now, your thoughts are limited just to your body and everything related to the body. But the moment your thoughts shift from the body to the material cause of this body, material cause of this universe, material cause of your consciousness, then your thoughts break up. Now there is no space for thoughts. There is no need for thoughts. Thoughts can be used to work on material things, but all limitations related to the self ceases to exist. What is being told here is not that the conscious essence is someone else, and you should consider him or her as God. If that was said, then there's nothing interesting in this. It's kind of boring. There's God. Okay, so now what do I do with God? You do good, he'll put you in heaven. You do bad, he'll put you in hell. This is not being said. Neither are you earth, water, fire, wind, or space. For liberation, you look at yourself as the conscious essence or conscious witness of all of these. It means that the essence of everything is you. The most important point to understand here is you yourself, not the God, not others, not the world. You have to look at yourself as the conscious witness of everything, meaning you are untouched by whatever is going on in this universe. This understanding liberates you from all kinds of suffering at the level of your thoughts.